All right, I promised this one, so let's deliver. A few videos back, I told you SEO is coming next. This is that video. And by the end of it, you're going to have one simple way to think of Etsy SEO. No guesswork, no keyword stuffing, no mystery algorithm talk, just a system you can actually use today. Here's what I see constantly with Etsy sellers, and I made the same mistake when I first started. Most sellers handle SEO one of two ways. Either they ignore it completely and they write their titles the way a normal human would describe the product. It feels natural, but it means almost no one finds it in search. Or they overcorrect and they stuff every keyword they can think of into the title until it reads like a word soup that makes no sense to an actual human. And both come from the same place because nobody has ever explained what Etsy SEO is actually for. It gets treated like some mysterious algorithm you have to trick, but that's not what it is. It's a matching system. That's all. Etsy is just trying to connect what the buyer typed in the search bar with the listing that matches it. Once you really see it that way, SEO stops being a guessing game and starts being something you can be intentional about. So here's a simple way I want you to think about it from now on. I call it the search match framework, and it's just 3 steps. Step 1, think like a buyer. Figure out what they're actually typing. Step 2, front load your title. Put the most important words first. Step 3, cover every angle with your tags. Catch all the different ways buyers say the same thing. That's the whole thing. Let's walk through it. Step 1, think like a buyer. Before you write a single word of your listing, I want you to stop thinking like the maker and start thinking like the searcher. Here's the trap. You know your product intimately. You know the material, the process, the tiny details that make it special. But the buyer doesn't know any of that yet. They only know the problem that they're trying to solve. And they're going to type something simple into the search bar to solve it. So ask yourself one question. If I was shopping for this and I had never seen my listing before, what would I type in the search bar? Not the fancy version, the plain, obvious version. Leather journal before handcrafted vegetable tanned leather notebook. Buyers search in plain language first. That elevated specific language is what convinces them to buy after they found you. Those are 2 completely different jobs. And SEO is only responsible for the first one, getting you found. And here's the best part. You don't have to guess at this. Go to Etsy search bar, start typing a plain language version of what your product is, and watch what autocompletes underneath. That's not random. That's Etsy showing you in real time what customers are actually typing in. Your buyers are literally telling you what words they're using to search. You just have to look for it. Step 2. Front load your title. Okay, so now you know what your buyers are actually typing. The next question is, where do those words go? And this matters more than most sellers realize. Titles get read in order, both by the search engine and humans skimming a wall of search results. So the words at the very front carry the most weight. If your most important keywords are buried at the end of a long, flowery title, they're barely working for you, if at all. So take the most important phrase, the one you found at step 1, and put it first, right up front, not stuffed in twice, not surrounded by 10 other keywords all fighting each other for attention. Just lead with it, clearly. The mental shift is this. Stop writing your titles like a poetic product description and start writing it like the way an actual buyer would search for it. Then let the pretty descriptive details come after. Search friendly first, beauty after. Because a gorgeous title no one ever sees doesn't sell anything. Step 3, cover every angle with tags. Here's the mistake I see constantly, and I did it myself for way too long. Using your tags to repeat your title with the words just shuffled around. If your title is leather journal and your tags are leather and then journal and then leather journal, you just wasted almost all of them. Here's why. Your title's job is to match the most common way people search. Your tag's job is completely different. It's to catch everyone else. All the other words and related phrases people use to search the same product. So for that leather journal, your tags shouldn't echo leather journal. They should branch out. travel diary, writing notebook, leather-bound book, personal journal, whatever genuinely applies to your specific product and the different ways real people might search for it. Think of it this way. Every single tag is a different fishing line in the water. Repeating your title in the tags is like dropping 13 lures in the exact same spot versus 13 different lures spread out, each one catching a buyer the others would have missed. 13 tags, 13 chances. Don't waste them saying the same thing 13 times. Let's run all 3 steps on one real life example so you can see the whole thing click into place. Say you sell a canvas tote bag. Step 1, think like a buyer. You head to Etsy search bar, you start typing in, and you see people are mostly typing in canvas tote bag and canvas market bag, not the more technical or more brandy language you might naturally reach for. Step 2, front load your title. So you lead with canvas tote bag right at the front, instead of opening with a design detail that nobody's searching for yet. Step 3, cover every angle with your tags. Your title already owns canvas tote bag, so now your tags go wide. Market bag, grocery tote, reusable shopping bag, canvas beach bag. All the other ways somebody searching for essentially the same item might phrase it. 3 steps, no guessing, no stuffing, no mystery. And a listing that's now findable by a whole range of buyers, not just one. And real quick, I built a free Etsy shop audit workbook that walks you through exactly this and so much more. The link's in the description. Go grab it. Okay, back into it. I want to leave you with why this approach actually holds up, because Etsy changes its algorithm all the time. And every time it does, there's a wave of panic and 100 SEO hacks chasing whatever just changed. Here's the thing. The search match framework isn't a hack. It's built on the one thing that never changes, that real human beings type real words into a search bar to find what they're looking for. Etsy will always be trying to connect those buyers with the listings that match them the best. That's the entire point of the platform. So when you focus on genuinely matching what your buyer is searching for, instead of tricking a system, you're building on the part that lasts. Hacks expire. Actually understanding your customer doesn't. So here's what I want you to do today. Pick one listing, your best seller or the one that matters the most to you, and run it through all 3 steps. Type your product into Etsy search bar and see exactly what comes up. Check whether the most important keyword is at the front of your title, and look hard at your tags. Are any of them just repeating your title? And are all of them genuinely reaching a new angle? Fix that one listing today, just one. Don't try and overhaul your whole shop in an afternoon. One listing done properly will teach you more than 20 listings done halfway. That's the search match framework. Go run it on one listing today. And if you want to look at your whole shop, that free audit workbook is waiting for you in the description. I'll see you in the next one.